All right, Veronica, Caitlin Clark is the talk of all of basketball. 12 million viewers for their last game, and now going up against mighty Connecticut. You faced her 5 times in your career at Northwestern. Tell me about the first time you ever faced her, and I think she was a freshman, right, to where she is now.
Yeah, you could definitely just see the evolution, and it's a testament to her and her work ethic. Because I think just from the first time we played her compared to the last, you just see her get better and better every year. And being able to watch her now and just kind of the level that she's playing at is ridiculous and it's insane. But again, it is a testament to just the work that she puts into it and the dedication to her craft. So on and off the court, I think from a physical standpoint, mentally, emotionally, just her growth and maturity has been tremendous since being able to kind of compete against her freshman year and seeing her now.
You've been the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, what have you. You've won multiple D awards, and that's kind of what you're known for. It's been your bread and butter. What did you know about her in that first game when you held her to 8 points? She got frustrated and she fouled out. What did you know about her? Did she have any type of reputation at that point as how good she was coming in?
Yeah, she definitely she was leading the country in scoring at that point, leading the country in assists at that point. So although she was only a freshman, she was definitely leaving her mark on the women's basketball world and in the Big Ten at that point. And so obviously defense was kind of my thing for sure, but I also would say it was our Northwestern our thing and just kind of our identity. And so we didn't necessarily play man-to-man matchup, so it wasn't like one person was going to take on the role of just defending Caitlin Clark. We kind of played a matchup zone a little bit, and just our plan was to frustrate her, to be physical with her. And so that was something that we definitely looked to implement, and just knowing where she was at all times on the floor. There was not going to be a time where we didn't really know where she was located, and whether that be her beyond the logo or her in the paint, like we needed to know where she was on the floor. So that was our biggest thing, being physical, kind of getting her frustrated and applying that pressure. And then we knew just going left, she loved the step back three, and going right, she loved to kind of get to the rim and get to the paint. So we just tried to kind of be aware of that in the game plan.
So now to where she is and when you watch her play, how much has her game grown and how much more difficult? Gino Auriemma said, I called other coaches, no one would call me back because there's no way to defend her. What would be your game plan as a defensive guru going in to face her?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely do have to know that she's going to get hers at the end of the day. I think not kind of getting deflated when she does hit a crazy step back three or off the ball screen. And so that's something that you do kind of have to just be aware of and don't let it kind of get you mentally checked out. But again, I would just say an emphasis on the physicality and just kind of getting her frustrated. I think what makes her so good too is her ability to see the floor and her ability to pass. And so you can try and kind of get the ball out of her hands and maybe limit her scoring, which not many people have really done. But even so, I mean, then she can have 13 assists. So it really does make it so difficult as a defender to kind of take her out, just because she is a versatile player. I would say you got to kind of mix things up with her too. I don't think letting her just get comfortable and letting her see one defensive scheme the whole time. I know LSU was in a drop coverage, which I think a lot of people questioned a little bit, and just it makes it really difficult. I mean, as the primary ball defender, it's just, when she comes off the screen and if she can see the floor, it's game over, honestly. And so I think showing different schemes, whether that be trapping, whether that be high hedging, just kind of whether that be some switches. Again, she's still going to score, but just limit her impact, whether that be scoring or assists. Try to limit that to the best of your ability.
Well, it seems like what's grown in her game is confidence, and she's just gotten mature physically, but also her passing game. It's got to be another factor when you try to defend her now, right?
100%. And that's one of the biggest things is she'll make the right pass when she needs to. And I think that really is, and her teammates, I think, yes, Caitlin Clark is phenomenal, but her teammates really do a great job of knowing their role and really knocking down the shots when she gives it to them. And so it makes it such a hard team to beat because they have phenomenal shooters. They have a post presence, and you can try and limit her, but then she's getting the next person involved. So I definitely think I would say that's an aspect that has really improved in her game. I think her freshman year, trying to get her to turn the ball over was one of our biggest goals and one of our biggest keys to winning. And that worked for us at times. But I think over the course of her career, even though she may still have some, but her passing ability is getting better and better.
Well, 2 questions. regarding the Final Four. Can Gino and Paige and UConn beat her? And if not, can Dawn Staley in South Carolina do that job?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I don't know what the results are going to be. I definitely have seen a lot of Paige on the court, and I'm excited to see what she kind of has in store. And obviously, Gino's a phenomenal coach, and so I think it would be silly to rule them out. And same with Dawn Staley. I mean, an undefeated season. She's an incredible coach, and so I think they'll both have really good game plans, and it won't just come down to one player on either team. And so I'm excited to watch. I do think Paige is an incredible player as well. So I'm really excited to just see her be healthy in this kind of in this stage, in this platform again. And I think it'll be phenomenal for women's basketball, whatever the result may be. And I think it'll be some really good basketball. And same with South Carolina. I mean, their season has been incredible, and I don't know. I have a lot of faith in them.
All right, final couple questions for you. One, will you look forward to telling the grandkids one day that, hey, I held Caitlin Clark of Iowa to 8 points? Yes, it was just that. Oh, I know you're humble, and she went off for 30 against you guys in the,
Right.
and everything else. But it's pretty cool.
It's cool. I think it's tough because, again, on some later games, she did get her revenge on us. So maybe I'll take that one. I don't know.
And lastly, what has she meant to the game of basketball? And you're in the WNBA now with the Dallas Wings. What will that be like for her to take that next step when she does go to the WNBA?
Yeah, it's been really neat to see the growth and just how she's been able to embrace it. I think it can be a lot at times, and to just kind of have all these sold out arenas at every place and every away game that she plays in, to have that much just attention on you at all times. But I do think she's kind of handled it very gracefully. And obviously you love to see the game growing, and you love to see kind of the media and just the viewership continue to increase. And it's just a great time for women's sports. It's a great time for women's basketball. And as she continues her career in the W, obviously I wish her all the best. And I think she'll continue to grow her game. I don't see that being limited. And so I'm excited to play against her, excited to compete against her again. And just, again, I'm looking forward to where the W can continue to go in college women's basketball as well.
And lastly, I want to read these numbers to you. At 12.3 million viewers watched the Iowa LSU game. That's more viewers than any women's college basketball game ever. The 2023 NBA Finals, the 2023 World Series, the Orange Bowl, Big Ten Championship, Cotton Bowl, Thursday Night Football, and every 2023 college football regular season game except Ohio State and Michigan. How about that?
It's dope. It's incredible. I think it's a testament, though, to continue to put it out there for people to see. I think when you put the product out there, people are going to watch it. And so I think hopefully we can learn from this, and this proves something to continue to put women's sports out there.
Well, we're all proud of you, Veronica, and the job that you continue to do. Go out there, have fun with the WNBA in Dallas this year, and thanks for taking a few minutes out of your time.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.